Alrighty, so here we are playing some more Tropico 6, and we're on to episode 16 of our Industry Island playthrough. On last episode, we set up a bit of the downtown area, struggled with electricity, and moved our embassies into a new location, somewhere connected to the city, instead of down on the beach. So, let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we are. Things are looking pretty good. Hopefully we can get some more workers for our construction offices. I don't think I ever built up a second construction office on this entire playthrough, which is a bit of an oversight. Yeah, we only have this one here. But hopefully that'll be okay. Cigar factory, everything seems to be doing alright. Nothing too crazy. Okay, there we go. We finally have, that's really neat, right at the beginning of this episode. What's it called? Our electricity problem solved, so that's really nice. So over time, things should be moving along a bit quicker. Don't make logistics drones, we need to research this building. Okay, probably modern times I'd reckon. Let's go on down and find it. No way it isn't. Battery plant. Cold War? No way. Drones all the way back in the Cold War. Yeah, I knew I was missing something. Drone factory. Okay, so we researched that. Let's change this to passenger drones. Cool. So batteries cloth. Can start making batteries here. And wow, this building's already cost us, oh no, it hasn't cost us $10,000. So because of that, let's set up our first drone taxi. Quite curious about how this works. Okay, so it looks like everyone in this area will get a drone ride, maybe? Let's quick build this up and let's just check this out. So, drone charging time, statistics, people transported, last month lifetime. Okay, it transports people to their destinations within the area of effect. The drone taxi is voted Tropico's favorite public transportation option. Reason being the low chance of jetpack wearing muggers. Low chance. And the fact that you can catch your dinner on the way home with nothing more than a stick and some rope. Okay. Equal service, work commute. Drone taxi only serves customers going to work. Joyrides. Looking to fulfill their needs. Long distance flights. The drone taxi's area of effect increases by 250%, but there are fewer drone taxis available. And they won't accept short flights anymore. Okay, we'll leave it, I think, how it is. Max out the budget, a wage of 15. So in the last episode I was talking about the wages, and I was talking about how I was hoping that this would give a higher wage than, like a rich wage at least, which would be $20 and up. So it's only 15, which isn't terrible, but nothing too great. Let's go ahead and build up some drone taxis so that we're affecting the entire island. I think that would be neat. So one in each of the parks is kind of funny, I think. Let's go ahead and just quick build that so I can see. Drone taxi. Maybe like 2 more I think would be probably good enough. So one right here-ish. So let's go ahead and move you out of the way. And in your stead, we'll build a drone taxi. I think I want to do something like this. And let's find out where we want to build the last one. Quick build that up real quick. Quick build it real quick. Max out the budget on all of those. And let's build the final drone station. So somewhere right here would probably be best. What about right here where these houses are? I think so. So let's go ahead and move you out of the way. build it here? Can. And let's move you out of the way. So right next to the high school is going to be our drone taxi. But they're not going to function until we get drones complete, but that'll be okay. And so here's something that is kind of annoying. It's the fact that traffic jams happen a lot in this game. And there's not much that I can do about it. Maybe building up more parking decks is the solution. Let's give that a shot. Let's go ahead and build up a new tenement around here somewhere. Maybe a blue one. Let's sprinkle in some parking decks around. I think that is going to be quite critical. Quick build, quick build, quick build, quick build, quick build. Max out the budgets on these. Lower the budget on those. Modern apartments we want to lower the budget on. Okay. Hopefully that helps out a bit. I'm not sure if it will though. Go ahead and put one on the backside here. Because if not, then I don't think anyone's going to use this road really. And we'll even go so far as to put one here. Camera surveillance on all of them. Okay. What I think's happening is everyone's like forced to go to this parking deck for like this entire side of the town. And so hopefully by scattering some more around it'll ease the burden a bit. What I want to do is let's go ahead and build another warehouse right here. Reason being is that I want to store batteries in here. Don't want to waste those. So let's go find batteries. Batteries. Okay. So there is that. We're down electricity. I have a feeling it's due to coal. Yes, it is. So we're reaching a point where, because of these traffic jams, we're actually starting to run into logistics problems solely because of that. Which is kind of annoying. So, like, let's check out this truck here. I don't know what he's doing. So yeah, someone's trying to pick up, what is this? Apparel and bring it to a grocery, but as you can see, traffic's holding them back. Hopefully all these extra, oh no. Hopefully all these extra parking decks is helping out somewhat. Yeah, like all the buildings are running into logistics issues. You know what? I think that might have helped out a bit. Where's this person going? He lives in this tenement. Way over there. Yeah, building parking decks next to like intersections, I feel like always creates like traffic jams. I think it'll be okay though. Given some time, I think it'll all clear up a bit. Especially now they have multiple destinations that they can choose to go to. Oh man. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. I feel like I forgot to check the last set of trade deals, but that's okay. We can check them now. We need Europe, China, Russia. Europe, China, Russia. So let's go through. Russia can buy our furniture, but we're already selling someone else furniture. Can sell someone our jewelry. That's to Europe. China, shellfish, planks. I mean, we could probably sell them some planks, just a little bit. We probably have more than enough, I reckon. And so now all we need is one more to Russia. And we'll have trade deals to every superpower in the game, which is nice. I mean, we can just do this furniture one, that's fine for now. Oof. Battery plant. Batteries. Hopefully everything evens out by the end of this episode. College education and you only get paid $15, that's kind of absurd. Let's go through and just hire people for these because the job quality is only 65 and for college jobs, like there's way higher job qualities like an office, right? Giving one of 90, so people aren't really going to want to work in these drone taxis. That's kind of crazy that you need a college education to work in a drone taxi. I guess it kind of makes sense, but still. It's got the fancy bricks underneath too. Brandenburg Gate looking real nice. Colosseum of Rome looking pretty good. A million billion logistics issues all over the place. Not quite so ideal. Nobody wants to work in the cathedral. Makes sense. Job quality 70, pretty low. No one wants to work in the bank, no way. Okay, that's the office. Oh hey look, the entire skyline's done. That is pretty decent. We could use a couple more. What's it called? It's over here. Skyscraper, the modern apartments. A couple more of those and this area will be complete. So let's go ahead and just focus on finishing that up. You know what I should have done a long time ago is enact urban development. So our modern apartments are a bit cheaper. Try and put the exits to these buildings out on the corner. I think that's the coolest way to do it. I think that is it. Let's go and just quick build up some of these. Nice. Modern apartments, lowest budget, solar powered windows for all of them. Hey, 210k, pretty good. Offices, max budget. Cool. Let's go ahead and put a little park right here. And there we go, there is our downtown area. It's kind of like some massive gaps here, but I mean, that's as many tall buildings as I want to build, honestly. An industry island. Maybe I could build one more pharmaceutical company. But I think it's fine how it is. Hey, look at that. That's pretty wicked. So let's pause this, zoom in. Can we click on it? Maybe not. Actually, no, we can. I believe by clicking like this. Nice, look at that. I wonder if they could do this in real life. Would you take a drone taxi? I remember when I first seen them, I remember thinking to myself, like, that'd be really cool. Like, if I was rich, I would honestly probably buy my own drone. The only problem I think that, the only problem with them that I think there is I think they're really loud. That's probably the major issue. But, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Fly to work, fly home. You probably wouldn't be able to pick up much, and it'd probably be like just a single person thing. Maybe drone taxis is actually the way to go in real life. Like if you need a ride, you can just call for a drone to come pick you up. Cool. So I don't think that we're going to see too many drone taxis around, but do think we'll see a couple throughout the rest of the playthrough. So that's neat. There we go. Maybe there's, you know what, I think there's actually one more drone building that I can do. Drone to home delivery service uses drones to deliver meals and luxury items if available, no matter their size, directly to people's houses in the Zeppelin's area of effect. Okay, so this one looks like a Zeppelin thing. Kind of don't want to do that. I think this is fine how it is. 229,000. We're getting really close to $250,000. Very, very close. Oh, there it is. $250,000 in one export. Oh, I went down, but at least we were over it for a second. 241k. Really, really good. Lots and lots of money. So let's go through, and I think the next thing could be to set up all the oil rigs in the game. Looks like we have a lot of them, so let's go through and just build them up. They're very expensive. Okay. That is all of them, I believe. And it looks like somehow I managed to miss a roadway over here. Okay, and so because we are looking this way, we should build a Teamsters port here, because we're going to have a number of buildings over here that, well, all these oil buildings are going to need their goods to be delivered. Let's go and do that. Quick build this up. Let's go ahead and max out the budget, and right here what we can do is do deckhands. Go with that budget there. So deckhands, all it's going to do is create a new job site, pretty much turning Teamsters ports into actual Teamster buildings. So there's that. Oil rigs are being produced. We just spent a lot of money on it. And so what's really nice is that the environmentalists aren't going to be ticked off that we're doing this. Check out why the religious faction's upset. Mainly just edicts. And then a couple of other things, but that's fine. So we're keeping everyone nice and happy. Let's see why these guys are upset. Modern apartments. The conservatives don't like modern apartments, I guess. Okay. What's the issue here? Let's max out the budget there. Plenty of plastics in. Let's go ahead and build up some more Teamsters offices while we're sitting here. Just so many goods and stuff. And let's just start racking down the list, doing as many industry buildings as we can. Let's do a steel mill. Probably a pretty good idea. Can fit one here. Gonna quick build that up. Max out the budget. We definitely have coal and iron for it. Maybe we can do a weapons factory, would be decent. Just for the money. Let's put it there. Chocolate factory, I believe I ended up setting chocolate up over here, didn't I? No, I didn't, not yet, but that was the reason that I was going to do it, was because I wanted to do that. To set up some chocolate factories. Makes sense. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I didn't like this area here. What I did with this. I want to move those, honestly. Yeah, it'll be fine. Max out the budget on all of these. Let's see what upgrades we can get. Inoculation, increase in efficiency, decent. What I'm gonna do is demolish this and this road here. Bring up just a little bit more space. Okay, and it looks like our traffic issues are all solved. So maybe that's what you could do if you're running into issues with your traffic. Just spread out some more parking decks. And it should help deal with a bit of the issues. Looks like we can fit a park here. Looks like we can fit 2 small parks here. And in this area here, some more parks. Cool, so we're getting pretty close to 100% of this build being finished, which is quite neat. Looks like we're running into traffic issues here. I think I'm gonna fill this area in with a plaza, honestly. That looks fine. The area's been barren for just so long. I kind of want to like soften this area up a bit. And what I mean by that is do this. So it's, I wish I was kind of like more diagonal, but I think that looks a bit better than just like some huge square sticking out. A little bit easier. Same thing over here with this, we can do. And bam, okay. That looks nice. More logistics issues, but we should never run into oil logistics issues soon because we have these oil rigs. Max budget of only 15, so they can't be rich from working here, which kind of sucks. Oh, you know what I need to do? Very important. You want to get the upgrades for these as soon as possible every time. Fracking post, kind of whatever, but coiled tubing rig decreases consumption of the oil deposit by 80%. So what this means is that you'll get more oil out of this oil well over the course of its lifetime. So before it runs out of, like the deposit runs dry, you'll end up getting a bit more oil, which is very ideal. Totally forgot about that. Let's check these upgrades. Increases production rate, kind of whatever. Upkeep decreased by 70%. The building requires electricity instead. That could be really good. For 30k we could get on all of them. I'm not sure if we have electricity reaching everywhere, but that could be really, really good. Kind of looks like we do. We could probably build one more electrical outpost over here. Maybe one here. But that could be really good because this building, I have a feeling, is going to be pretty expensive every month. Already it's cost us $210 a month, so you can imagine that being, what is it, 75% cheaper? Maybe even cheaper than that, so $300 in total. So it would go down to, I don't even know, way lower though. 118k, let's check our trade deals. Everything's still being fulfilled. Give it a bit more time. Weapons factory should be done soon. We have a steel mill. Very nice. Honestly, let's allow the export of these drones because we're not using a whole lot of them, so that'll be okay over time. So now we can also look for passenger drone trade deals, which is nice. Lots of vacant jobs, so let's give it a bit of time, honestly. Go check in on our population. This is like the Central Park location, which is really nice. Bit of a skyscraper backdrop, looking pretty cool. Lots of people walking through the parks and stuff. I wish there was more interaction with like parks, and I talked about it, I think, in the last series. It would be cool if there was like crowds. Maybe I talked about it at the beginning of this series. But either way, it would be really cool if there was crowds and stuff. Like maybe it would fulfill people's fun happiness, maybe only if they were environmentalists, just stuff like that. Movie theaters, lots of cars driving around, which is cool. Let's see what it looks like from this side. Huge walking population, I wonder why. Nice. I really like the way that this build looks. Looks really neat. Like when I was a kid, this is like what I always wanted to build. Just stuff like this, like something about the cabaret. I don't have any cabarets on this island, but just being able to build like a cool front line of buildings. And the cabaret, like when I was a kid, I always just wanted to put it on the corner of like roads, like right here. And so it'd be like, you can imagine just like a cabaret right here. And it's like a round building. And I always thought that was really neat. Let's check in on the industrial areas. Bit of traffic jams around here, but should be okay. Let's see what that was. A freighter, 212,000, pretty decent. Starting to run into retired old people. Are you lost? To be young again. Nice. Everything looks to be running really, really well, really smooth. Even though we're running into logistics issues, we just have so much money being pumped out of this island that, like, kind of doesn't matter too much. 78k coming up. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit in all of the industry buildings, maybe more back over here, but I mean, I really want to consume every last bit of our processed or our raw goods, but I'm not sure if that I'm gonna have the space for it. Maybe if I didn't build up the downtown area, but I really like the way this looks with the build here. So here's something important. Let's check in on this building. A long time ago, we checked in on how much it was making every month, and it was up to 1,700 a month. So now we're down to only 400 a month, which is kind of shocking. So what we can do is we can choose these guys.
This is business news on Canal Uno. Higher prices on trade routes towards Russia and the Middle East were terminated by both parties today after a diplomatic incident involving a camel and some vodka.
Some camel and some vodka. Okay. Consumer business. Let's check how much this single building will generate on consumer business. So let's hit ×4 speed, wait till the end of the month. Bam, so now it went up to over twice as much money, right? So now what we can do is go through and change a couple of these to consumer business. And then maybe right here we can change this one to official business. We don't quite have enough workers to work all of this, but over time it'll be okay. Let's go through, let's hire college educated people to come and work in our offices. Drone taxi, another office, drone taxi, immigration office. Okay. So there is that. Now we're making so much money every month, it's kind of wild. Okay. Now all the offices should be completely filled in. $500 a month on corporate business. 98. So 460, so close to 500. Okay, so corporate business went up in money. 800, 800, maybe we can do one more on consumer business. Okay. And then what we need to do is research the office itself. And then we'll do maybe these two buildings over here, put them on one on solid and one on progressive. Now typically whenever you do this, what you want to do is have more of these offices, these last two, the consumer or the progressive and the solid business work modes, you'd want more of whichever side you have. And because ours is pretty equal, we're only going to have one on one. So there is that, and let's wait until the end of the month and see how much they're generating. It probably won't be as much. 320, and the other one is probably going to be pretty close. 340, yeah, so that's fine. It's going to probably end up making us more money because of the ones that are in corporate business. Don't have to worry about them. So, official business, 400. Which ones are unofficial? I think we only have one unofficial, which is kind of crazy. Consumer, consumer, consumer. 600. Okay, I think this is all fine. That's probably how it's going to stay forever. So many logistics issues. I know that's what it is. Let's go ahead and build up some more parking decks. Funny to do like 3 in a row. Let's put one over here, one here, one here. Hopefully that can alleviate some pressure. It might not. Solely because the traffic jam is like right here. Self-made entrepreneur. Still have these guys.
Putting chemicals in water to make citizens more compliant. Pick up the phone and tell us what you think, if you can.
If you can. Let's go through, build some parks around. Max out the budget. Overwhelmed by car request. Yeah. That seems to be the issue. Let's check in on all of our groceries. It looks like we could use another grocery, at least one. 191k, pretty good. So let's go and build a new grocery here. I think that's a good spot. Kind of poking out into the park a bit. Max out the budget. High school educated jobs. Let's start hiring people for these. No one wants to work on the oil rigs. Guess that makes sense. I had a dream one time that I was working on an oil rig and it was just so vivid. My older brother was there and we were just like working on an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean. Which is really strange because I've never worked on an oil rig. Looks like we need some new ministers, so let's go find the ministry and hire in whatever ministers we need. Right here, Department of Defense and Economy. The economy is kind of silly because we need this one. Capitalist. It's gonna make everything a bit more efficient. In terms of defense, there's not really much that I want to do, right? Like, maybe we could do the militarist candidate, that's probably fine. So I should build up. I mean, I'm not terribly worried about everything because there's more jobs than people know what to do with. But, I think ideally we would want to... Sorry, I just totally forgot what I was saying. I'm not worried about the crime because there's so many jobs that, like, I have a feeling that people are gonna... Oh wow, we do have some crimes. Some criminals. Okay, so maybe it would be a good idea to build up some... We can build up a prison. Let's put the prison very far away. And we'll build a parking deck right next to it. And build a road on out. Quick build all that up. And let's go ahead and build ourselves some police stations. I wonder how many we're gonna need. Looks like we're gonna need like a whole lot of them, honestly. Hey, look at that. We can fit one there. Let's go ahead and just demolish this wood building here. Build up a police station there. Maybe one connected to the park here. Maybe another one here. Another one connected to the park. And one way over here. Let's go through, quick build them. We have so much money that that's fine. Okay. So hopefully that helps out a bit. Let's max out the budget. Let's research it. Reason being is that we can change this to always on duty. So decreases the job quality a bit, but that's fine. They're getting paid so much money anyways. But always on duty is going to increase crime safety at the homes of employees. So that's really nice. We can even do second shift, so that's pretty convenient. Whole lots of jobs, lots of criminals, and so dealing with these criminals is going to be not important, but it'll be nice. Let's go through and just hire a bunch of police officers to come in. Okay. Let's check in on the tenements. I could change these all to armed caretaker, but I mean I should. It'll decrease the crime penalty all over the island, so let's check crime out. Looks like it's getting rather cleaned up. Could build another police station here, I reckon. La Policia. Get second shift for them. Always on duty. Bunch of new people to come in, and we're gonna need some extra housing. I figure at least. So let's go through and build up some housing. So there's that. Green, blue, let's do another blue. Here we'll do green, and here we'll do blue. Quick build all of these. Bottom out the budget. Change this to armed caretaker. And there we go. I should electrify all of those and get ourselves a police station. Or not a police station, but a TV station. I think I'm going to do that now. Let's see how much it's going to cost. It's going to cost a total of 34k and 1,000 megawatts. How much spare electricity do we have? Not nearly enough. So we're going to need lots of electricity. I mean, I could just build another whole nuclear power plant. That's what I'm going to do. Max out the budget. We'll just hire new people to come in. Okay. So that'll probably be a bit, but I think that'll be what I do at the start of the next episode. And so in this episode, we made plenty of progress. The build is pretty much getting near completion. There's just a handful more things I want to do. Set up all of our fish exploitations. Maybe a couple of other production buildings like the fish farm. Set up as many logging camps as I can all around the whole island. We're probably going to need a boatload of Teamsters offices built up. And then we'll be pretty much done. Besides, of course, building up a handful of industry buildings wherever we can. But yeah, we've exploited almost everything all over the island. We have this nice industrial metro area here. It's got a downtown. And everything's looking pretty neat. So if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to follow along with more Tropico 6 series like this or other strategy games, I'm going to be playing a lot more in the near future. Then be sure to subscribe. Peace.